Los Angeles, California, the Mint, one of the most beautiful rooms in LA. I love this place. I've always loved this place. Last time I was here was for Tim Reynolds, the guitar player with Dave Matthews, and I've never smelled so much marijuana in my entire life. So I'm assuming it might be a little different tonight with you guys.
Yeah. It's a nice room though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a nice room.
It's very classy.
Yep.
It must be different touring the States for you guys.
Well, it's different because we're back to playing clubs.
Yeah.
Instead of the places we play in Canada. But you know what? It's a challenge, and always the transition is a little difficult for us. But it's very good for us as a band because you have to come back and coordinate all the pieces of the band in a much different way than you do on an arena stage or a bigger stage. So it's actually good for us, and we do different things. We play different songs.
What do you need to tailor the set list a little bit?
Yeah, we just don't feel compelled to play as many of the more popular songs. We can pick up songs that we don't play ever, and
so the Americans get a more fan kind of show.
Well, the Americans get a broader palette, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we try in Canada to do that too, and certainly there are longer shows in Canada.
Right.
So Canadians get a lot more of us.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a little broader palette down here.
I realized I'd never introduced you. It's Jim Cuddy from Blue Rodeo, and from the Jim Cuddy Band. You basically tour and write nonstop, I think.
Well, it feels like that today, but it's not really that way. I mean, I try to do, when Blue Rodeo will take some time off, then I'll do my own thing. And it's fun for me. I like the band I play in. Well, we have one of the pieces here with us, right? Because Ann Lindsay, who's the violinist in my band, is playing these shows in the States.
Oh, really?
So nice. I have lent her.
Yes, of course.
And I get opportunities that Blue Rodeo wouldn't take, opening for people and playing different events that Blue Rodeo probably would turn down.
How does a song become a Jim Cuddy song and not a Blue Rodeo song?
Just time.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a question of when I'm ready to do a record, I'll write some songs. I couldn't get myself into that thing where I had songs that I chose for myself.
Right, because I've heard that from a lot of people.
Yeah, it would be too weird, and there would be accusations.
What, song wasn't good enough for Blue Rodeo, what's good enough for you kind of thing?
Well, it could be the other way around, why did you keep that song for yourself?
So it's been almost 30 years since Hi-Fi and the first record with you and Greg. Does it feel like 30 years?
Today?
Sure, today. Why not? It seems like you're a little road worn today.
Which is so funny, right? Because we just got down here a couple of days. I had a very, very sick night last night, so I think I might have food poisoning. So
oh, no.
I'm okay now. But last night was just absolutely brutal. It's funny because, it's one of those phenomenological things that if that had happened to me on the bus, I would have been, couldn't have been on the bus. I would have had to just get thrown off the bus. But it just happened to happen on the night when we're not traveling, so bad for that reason. But does it seem long? It seems like we've covered a lot of ground, and it certainly seems like we've done a lot of things, and we've aged because of it.
Inevitably, yeah.
But and then sometimes, if we go out on a bar like this and think, well, we've been doing this since the very beginning.
Right.
So, it's like you've run a number of miles on a hamster wheel.
How does the songwriting change over the years? With Greg or without Greg, and through personal experiences? Yeah,
we did. We wrote together when we started because we were trying to create a style. But very quickly we started writing on our own. So we've both established ourselves as independent songwriters. And it's changed because we have a lot more control over that. I think that when we started, establishing a style was enough. If a song had a particular style, fill in the lyrics, put it out there. And then very quickly that became not okay. And so then the songs now are very specific and they're very carefully crafted. And so it's quite different now.
Are there still topics you're trying to breach in songwriting? I mean, you've written the gambit of pretty much everything, but are there still topics that you're still waiting for the right one?
I guess I guess we've certainly covered a lot of ground in terms of fractured relationships and the immortality comes up in songs a lot more now. I've always liked artists that allowed their songs to be age specific. I love those last Johnny Cash songs. Frightening, but they were great.
Yeah.
So I think that each age, has its own challenges. And so since we're sort of in our mid-50s and then there are gusts of mortality coming towards us. So I think that's that is a challenge to work into songs.
Do they come out consciously when you're writing, or they just it comes out and you're like, oh,
I think
I
it
can't
comes.
believe I'm talking about that again.
Yeah, I think it comes out. I think it's you know, once you get an idea for a song and then you start to flesh it out, you're allowing yourself to just reflect whatever's in your mind, and that is the kind of stuff I guess I'm thinking about. I certainly never thought about that when I started.
Right. Completely different topic. Hockey. I know it's very near and dear to your heart. What is your? Is it the Leafs?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was sort of. I was born in Toronto, but I didn't live in Toronto until I was a teenager. So and that was all through the 60s when the Leafs were actually still really good.
Right.
So I just developed this incredible feeling about the Leafs that was my home that I'd never been allowed to live in, and then finally moved to Toronto. So my blood is mixed with blue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a very difficult fandom.
Is that where the name for the band comes from? Now that I think about it, Blue. No.
No,
fair
no, no,
enough.
no,
Okay.
no. No, you know, honestly,
worked
God,
out
I
well
have
for
the
you,
same.
though.
I have the same kind of. Yeah, it does. I have the same biography as so many musicians. I paid no attention to sports when we started
Oh, really?
playing music. No, I had no interest at all, and it sort of came about, you know, after we'd started Blue Rodeo. So I'd been doing music for, I don't know, 10 years, and my mother gave me a pair of skates for Christmas. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? I don't skate or do anything. So I just started asking around, and I realized that there was all kinds of musicians that played hockey.
Mm-hmm.
So I, you know, braved it and went out again and realized how much I liked it. Realized how much more fun it was to play as an adult, and then it just went from there. There's an enormous interlocking psyche between hockey players and musicians.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we've had incredible opportunities because we've been in a band and been interested in hockey.
Well, the Juno Cup is you got to play with some of the greats now.
Juno Cup was great. We personally helped to turn the Stanley Cup Series around.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Oh, you haven't heard?
No, I have not.
So we went to the morning skate for Game 3.
Oh,
and,
really?
Not
Okay.
skating, but just watching the skate.
Yeah.
And
Who's we?
I took a couple of members of the band and the crew.
Okay.
And we had an amazing time. And then we met Mike Richards this summer. So went down and hugged him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you have to
Yeah.
start to win. And that turned it around. I mean, look what happened after that. They won that game. They won the next game.
Philly?
We just weren't around. Yeah, we just weren't around for,
Yeah, I
for
was
Game
gonna say
7.
maybe you.
We
turned
just
things
weren't
the
around
other
for
way.
Game 7. You know, we brought them back, and we thought they were okay to carry on their own.
Yeah.
We should have made the trip.
Maybe next time. Next time.
Next time, it's not that easy, you know.